Okay, here I am again. I'm going to be talking about ginger, and if you've never seen my videos before, some of them are a little bit on the longer side. I'll try to keep this as concise as possible. Ginger has beneficial effects on the brain. As we get older, the brain gets older, it ages, and ginger sort of counteracts that because it's good for memory, inflammation, and anxiety and depression. It's also used in cooking to help digestion, and the benefits to the brain are numerous. Ginger, as a lot of you already know, it's one of the oldest herbs used. It's been around for about 5,000 years. And it's used as a culinary spice in cooking. Most of the ginger today comes from India. And they've used it in India for over 5,000 years as a medicinal herb. Traditionally, it's used for digestion, to help improve digestion, and sometimes these things have been around like a long time. Your mom might have used it in cooking, or you put ginger in hot tea and it kind of makes you feel better. So a lot of these things have, just from people using it over 5,000 years, they do have some merit. I know some people will say, no, it doesn't work, but why has it been around for over 5,000 years? And it's completely natural. It's used in digestion, as I said, and sometimes it's used in a tea form to help a cold. And because it's an anti-inflammatory, it's used to help arthritis, headaches, migraines, and hypertension. There's 100 compounds that are identified in ginger, and 50 of those are classified as antioxidants. And antioxidants are particularly important for the brain since it is highly susceptible, the brain is highly susceptible to oxidative damage. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory, and it improves memory and attention, and is a natural antidepressant, and it calms anxiety. So if you have a bit of anxiety, you've got an exam the next day, if you're in school, university, or whatever, it'll help calm you down and give you a bit of an energy boost also while you're studying, to put a bit in your tea or in your stir fries. So if you need a mental lift, this brain supplement, I had my ginger earlier, this brain supplement can do that. The anti-inflammatory properties are important for brain health and function, since many brain disorders are linked to chronic inflammation of the brain. So it helps the brain because it gets rid of the free radicals. It's used for anxiety. It's used for, like I say, this is a natural product, so a lot of people will go, they'd rather get a prescription maybe from the doctor for a headache or whatever, but maybe try something like ginger and see how you like it. It's helped some people with anxiety, dementia, depression, Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, suicidality, and post-traumatic stress disorder. And like I say, it helps a bit, and for some people they really like it, and you can always check with your doctor to see if it's compatible with any medications that you're on, and yeah, just give it a try. I personally, I really liked it when I started it a number of years ago, and basically I was taking it in my tea, but simmer it in the tea for about 10 minutes. But then I kind of forgot about it, and I forgot to buy it at the grocery store. And lately, I felt I needed a boost, so a memory boost, and just to help you stay awake, or if you're studying for an exam, this would really help. So ginger is anti-inflammatory, and it works by increasing blood flow to the brain. Adequate blood flow is vital because it delivers nutrients to the brain and removes metabolic waste, toxins, and other debris. Ginger improves the vagus nerve health and function. The vagus nerve is the major facilitator of the mind-body connection, and ginger increases the levels of neurotransmitters, which are chemicals in your brain cells to communicate with each other. Finally, ginger, like the Indian spice turmeric, contains the compound curcumin, and those two spices have that ingredient. And curcumin is naturally anti-inflammatory, an antioxidant, an antiviral, and an antibacterial, and an antifungal. It is a powerful herbal brain supplement ingredient used to treat depression, anxiety, brain aging, and neurodegenerative diseases. Brain enhancing properties of ginger. Well, let's see. I've tried it. I like it. Many years ago, like I said, ginger's been around for 5,000 years. Ginger was used for healing, and largely that was its biggest benefit, to heal. Like if you had arthritis, or if you had an upset stomach, or if you had inflammation of any sort, ginger would help you. Ginger protects the brain from damage. It's an antioxidant that protects the brain from free radical damage. And free radicals, what those are, they are unattached. They are not attached. They are unattached, meaning they are an unattached oxygen molecule that is a natural byproduct of metabolism. So everybody's got free radicals because it's part of metabolism. But if you have too many free radicals, then you can have inflammation, premature cell aging, and even damaged cells. The brain is particularly susceptible to free radical oxidative damage because it uses a lot of oxygen. And free radicals are caused by everyday occurrences such as stress. If you're under stress, your brain makes more free radicals. If you eat a lot of fried food, up goes your free radicals. And if you drink a lot of alcohol, up goes your free radicals. So for healthy people that are healthy, when dried ginger supplements were given to these people, they had improvements in working memory, reaction time, and attention. So some people say that ginger may, it's not a prescription medication or anything, but it may slow down the progression of Alzheimer's, or even if it slows it down so you don't get Alzheimer's right away, that's a good thing. Bioactive compounds found in ginger increase the activity of acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that plays an important role in learning and memory. And the best Alzheimer drugs currently available, prescription medication from your doctor, that are currently available are based on a similar mechanism. And now ginger also protects against diabetes of the brain. Ginger should be a welcome addition to the diet of anyone with diabetes. It can help with blood sugar control for those with type 2 diabetes. Antioxidants found in ginger can prevent diabetic complications, many of which are neurological. Now, like I say, a lot of these things have been noticed, but as always, before you start anything new, check with your doctor and see if it's compatible with you and compatible with your medications that you're on, especially if they're prescription medications. But please give ginger a try. And if you're on multiple medications for different disease states, definitely check with your doctor. I don't think a little bit in your tea would hurt, but check anyway with when you're on these medications. Controlling blood sugar levels is very important for long-term brain health for everybody, but especially for those with diabetes. It's now suspected that Alzheimer's is a type of diabetes that occurs when brain cells become insulin resistant and are unable to take up blood glucose, the brain's main energy source. Now, I think everybody has heard about this one. Ginger combats adrenal fatigue. The HPA axis, known that's a short version for the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, is a complex network of interactions between the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal glands that control the stress response. Chronic stress will lead to dysfunction of the HPA axis system. This is usually referred to as adrenal fatigue. Overwhelming tiredness is a primary symptom of adrenal fatigue, but other symptoms include brain fog, depression, anxiety, insomnia, and inability to handle stress. Ginger effectively reduces the pain of migraine headaches. I think I've heard a lot of people say they still get pain with a migraine, but it's not as bad when they take it when they take ginger. The ginger somehow, with all of its things that ginger knows how to do, is done, and the migraine's still there, but it's decreased the pain. So, I mean, that's a good thing. That's another prescription medication. It would be confusing to people, so I'm just going to say it's for anxiety, ginger, and depression, and even if it only helps a bit, give it a try. Always check with your doctor first. And you can buy ginger tablets, and you can put ginger in your tea, and you can get a little small things of like an elixir of ginger. The easiest and cheapest and probably the safest is just buy it at your local grocery store. Take the skin off of it, the brown thick skin, and inside is the yellow flesh of the ginger root, and just kind of shred it or whatever, or cut it up into tiny pieces and simmer it with your tea for 10 minutes. See how you like it. I mean, you might not like it, but everybody that's tried ginger says it does something. It helps elevate their mood or kind of perks them up a bit. You can buy ginger supplements, like I said, in capsules and oils and tinctures, but I like the natural one from the grocery store. By increasing energy to the digestive system, ginger draws excess energy away from the brain. So that's kind of interesting. By increasing energy to the digestive system, it draws excess energy away from the brain. I've got a recipe here for you guys. The traditional Indian elixir with ginger is thought to bring balance to an overactive mind. You can focus better, especially for reading and memory retention and studying for an exam. And there's a nice traditional anti-anxiety ginger tonic, and that can be made from the ingredients that you got in your cupboard in the kitchen. You can combine 1 teaspoon of minced ginger root with 1 teaspoon lemon juice and 1/2 teaspoon of honey. And it's supposed to be a traditional Indian elixir. Ginger consumed as a food, like the fresh ginger, the raw ginger you buy in the grocery store, is the safest of buying elixirs and all that. Fresh ginger is considered very safe with very few side effects. Sometimes ginger can cause gas, bloating, heartburn, or nausea, but those side effects are pretty rare. And and also too, don't take ginger if you're a pregnant woman, because while ginger helps with reducing morning sickness, check with your doctor before, if you're a pregnant woman, because you shouldn't be taking it if you're pregnant. And if you're on prescription medications, especially blood thinners, check with your doctor first, because ginger thins the blood a little bit. So you don't want to be adding more blood thinner if you're on a blood thinner from your doctor. Always, if you have any disease states, always check with your doctor first. Or if you want to try ginger but you want to be ultra safe, check with your doctor first, and he'll advise you. He'll advise you of any drug interactions between ginger and the medications that you're taking. Now the next section I want to go over is mental health benefits of ginger. Ginger is a versatile natural herbal remedy and is well known for its use to help digestion of the stomach, and it's beneficial for brain health and brain function as well. So ginger improves memory, attention, and acts as a natural antidepressant and calms anxiety. It helps safeguard the brain from free radical damage, inflammation, and the antioxidants are particularly important for the brain since it is highly susceptible to oxidative damage. Ginger is anti-inflammatory, and it makes it popular because it's used to treat inflammation of arthritis. And ginger, like I said previously, it helps memory, it helps attention, it's a natural antidepressant, and it calms anxiety. So if you need a mental lift, this brain supplement can help you do it. And the anti-inflammatory property of ginger is important, as we said before, for brain health. And since many brain disorders are linked to chronic inflammation of the brain. So that's interesting. You have chronic inflammation of the brain because of, as you age, you get more inflammation of the brain. So ginger helps the brain, and it helps things like anxiety, depression, and so on and so forth. And I tried to keep it as low the time, because I know you guys at YouTube you want to oh yeah, in my notes here, antioxidants, the antioxidants in ginger also defend the brain from further damage by improving memory loss after a stroke. There's glial cells in the brain, and the ginger shields the glial cells in the brain from damage. Ginger balances the brain chemicals associated with depression. It's a happiness natural supplement. It gives you a positive mood, and once I remembered to take it, I had some ginger today, the last few mornings, and I thought, gee, I used to take this before, and why did I forget? So maybe, usually late in the morning, the first thing I have is a cup of tea, and I think I'm just in a rush to get going, so. Oh yeah, adrenal fatigue was a big one. Ginger helps that. I gave you the recipe for the tea. Yeah, the MSG that they put into foods, they use a lot of MSG in Asian cooking, which makes the food taste really, really good. But they also put ginger in it because MSG is not good to have in your diet because it's not good to have in your diet. But the reason that they put ginger in, I think, Asian food is to help with the digestion and counteract the negative effects of MSG in prepared food. And MSG is in pretty well all processed foods, like it's in canned vegetables and canned things. It makes processed easy food tasty. So when you got all this MSG in your body, you definitely want to add some ginger to your diet because it counteracts the negative effects of the MSG. So, and once you lower the MSG amount in your body, you're going to feel a lot better. I know that I stopped having, I became gluten-free 8 years ago, and within 5 days I felt really good, but I think that is because I stopped all processed foods, and because of stopping the processed foods, I had less MSG in those foods that I stopped. I started feeling better again. So yeah, MSG is not a good thing to have, and it's basically in all the processed foods that you eat. So if you eat out in restaurants a lot, try to avoid the processed foods and just have the foods that you know, or go to the restaurants you know where the food is fresh, freshly made and not processed. Anyway, I'm going to stop it here because there's a lot to there's so much more. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I gave you the basics, and you can always check with me through the comment section if you have any questions. I'll try to keep up with all those comments, but I'm going to stop now because you can watch it again, and the parts that you kind of missed, go over it again. And yeah, what I do is I stopped processed foods. I went gluten-free, and that's another story because I stopped gluten-free 8 years ago, and I had really beneficial effects. Maybe that'll be another video. So stop the processed foods, and if you add ginger, it's going to increase your digestion, decrease the MSG chemicals in your body, and help you with your memory, and make you a bit more sharper in your brain. It's really good for you know, studying for an exam. Your retention will be better. So I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe or give me a like at least. Okay, I gotta go, and I have to check the time. I hope this was under 20 minutes because YouTubers, I know, they surf around, and if they may give you 10 seconds. So I hope you found what you wanted to, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.